Hey, how is everybody doing? And I'm still looking crazy. Had to make me a hair appointment, but y'all know what? I just love my skin. I love makeup, but I like buying it more than I like wearing it. But y'all, we got to get into Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey, because look like they done tipped the scale to a little bit of ratchet TV themselves.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Well, guys. So we are back here again for another video. Now, I have not been talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta that much because for some reason, y'all seem like y'all not feeling the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And based on the numbers, I don't know, but I'm going to still talk about it. For one, that situation with the Britt Eady, girl, you need to sit down somewhere. Okay. Now, let me make sure you guys understand I am not a twirler. I am not a team Kenya, but I don't dislike Kenya. Kenya is just not my cup of tea. Maybe at some point she will be. I just don't like Kenya shenanigans. However, I feel like what we saw on that episode yesterday was too much. I thought that was too much. Now, what I have noticed and what I have observed from watching the show, it seemed like this girl, Britt Eady, was a fan. I mean, she is giving fan-like energy. What is her obsession with Kenya? Now, I'm not a Kenya fan, but I'm going to be fair. The way that she's acting toward Kenya, constantly singling Kenya out, is giving weird energy. Now, if you guys recall, at the dinner, sit down, whatever they had at the, what was it called? The bank, the whatever, the Buckhead, whatever it was called. Her entire existence is to get under Kenya's skin. And girl, why? This is your first season and you want to come after Kenya, which is okay, but I don't believe the fans like Britt Eady at this moment because, baby, you did a little bit. No, you didn't do a little bit. You did too much. And listen here. This is why the fans is not liking Miss Britt Eady because it seemed that she played victim. And now that we're seeing these episodes, girl, you are not a victim. Now, I get it. Kenya went to the left, but you did too. So both of y'all went to the left. One is not wrong and one is not right, but you clearly threatened her. Now, you didn't say what you was going to do, but you know exactly what you did. Like, let's not try to play as if you did not have a hand in any of this. And it's interesting that, Britt was, able to continue because I don't know, what she did is equally bad. So what I've been told is that, possibly Kenya actually left because she didn't feel like her safety was being taken seriously. And, based on what I see, I have to agree. I'm not going to play with anybody telling me they got a pow. That just ain't gonna work out, honey. Don't play around. And this is how you know Britt is a joke because people that's about that life, they don't talk about it. So I'm not understanding why she did that and then came on social media to play victim. I don't get it. And y'all, let's kind of get into it because again, there was a lot that was said with regarding, this entire incident, but now we're seeing this stuff and it's being played out a little bit different than how Britt explained it.
Howdy.
What's up, baby?
Drew.
Oh my God.
Drew, for a second.
All right.
And I just want to point out, you can tell Kenya was uncomfortable because Kenya will drag you. She will, but I did not see her come at this girl like that. In fact, it seemed like obviously there were some things that we didn't see, but I can tell that Kenya was trying to really stay away from her. So I don't know why she was doing that. If you guys recall, it was like, Kenya, you didn't give me the hug, or you gave me a little hug. And then I feel like you don't acknowledge me. It's like, girl, what? So I feel like, even in this moment, Kenya was feeling uncomfortable, and it looks like she was trying to let the other ladies know. Again, I've watched Kenya on this show for many years. Something else probably happened that Kenya was not feeling comfortable, because Kenya didn't give this girl the energy that I have saw her give so many. I didn't see it with her.
We're not done. We're still catching this moment. Okay.
And then as you can see, Britt trying to get attention, Kenya leaving, and she's telling whoever, which I didn't catch who she was speaking to, come here, I want to talk to you outside. And Britt interjects, we're not done. So it's like, it's giving too much. It's giving way too much. It's giving that maybe Britt thought she can come on this show and go after Kenya and people would like her. But I think it's the magnitude in which you do it, sweetheart. The fans actually have to like you. Now, some people like, oh, Kenya is a mean girl. Okay, that may be true. But even, with her being a mean girl, she is on the show, and she can go low. But again, you threatening that type of, to somebody. Now, again, you didn't actually say that, but girl, you knew exactly what you did.
Hold on. Let me find my husband first.
Then it's, let me find my husband first. So it's almost insinuating that, I'm going to go get my husband. This girl, Britt, is doing way, way too much. Even the girls is like, girl, calm down.
I have so many things, though. This is a lot.
I still got my pistol. So.
Pew, pew. Nobody heard that? I still got my pew, pew. Okay, what does your pew, pew have to do with this situation? Girl, you are at work. You're at work. So why are you so filming mad? Because if we looked at the situation between you and Kenya, you seem the only one that was extra mad, because Kenya didn't give you that same energy. So it's giving that Britt, you probably was a fan of this show, and they need to probably stop hiring the fans, because I get it. You got to make the show interesting. I get it. But the pew pew, I think that's a little bit too much.
Girl, Kenny's here. Okay, can I put this in the car?
And somebody is saying, girl, somebody is here. We ain't worried. So you can kind of tell that Kenya felt very uncomfortable by what this girl is saying. So it's just like, what are we doing here? Now, we don't saw fights on this show. Kenya got into a fight with Porsha. Okay, so we have saw fights. But when you are introducing a weapon, what are we doing?
I don't know. I knew I should have just read. Okay, thank you.
You ready? Yeah.
I just want to put this down.
Somebody find.
Then she gets on the phone, and she's saying, somebody find my husband. This entire interaction was very, very much inappropriate to me. Although she didn't say, I'm going to go get my pew pew and I'm going to pew pew you. She introduced it into a situation that it was not needed. And then you introduced it into a situation of a coworker. Now, she didn't say enough that they could call the police and get her arrested, but she knew exactly what she did. But this is the part that I really, truly didn't like. Let me just show y'all what I really, truly didn't like. After she did this, she went to social media and played victim, which was very, very interesting. This is what she posted on social media. It's never a good feeling being targeted or hazed by someone I thought would embrace me into a new circle that I never met. So first of all, you are on a reality show. Hello. So although the ladies are going to meet you, you're probably not going to be embraced. Now, you guys are on the show and y'all are there to, form some kind of fake friendship for the audience, but y'all not really friends. So this is all fake and phony because you thought Kenya was going to embrace you. You never, from what I see, lady, you didn't even give this woman a chance to embrace you. It looks like Kenya was running from you. Then she says, for the record, I've never once had possession of any weapons or threatened anyone ever. So you see how she is playing games, and this is word games, because girl, we heard what you said. Now, you never put it in that sense of a word to say, oh, I'm going to hurt somebody, but you know exactly what you did. But now you are playing word games to say, oh, well, I never said that I was going to hurt her. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I wish she wouldn't have did this, because it really makes us see what type of person she is, which is a very manipulative liar. Because yeah, you didn't say you were going to harm her, but girl, that's what you meant. She says, I've never, ever been in jail, girl. So in a fight or even had as much as a speeding ticket. This girl is a manipulator. She's a manipulator and a liar. That's not my character. I am hurt by the narrative that's being displayed. Wrong is wrong. You are hurt by a narrative, sweetheart, that you put out there, because unless that is AI, then it would mean that it is you. So you said that. How did you expect the public to take that? And you said it. Like, are you kidding me? You intended to try to scare her. You intended to put fear in her. And this is totally out of line. Like, this is supposed to be a job, you know? And, you know, the fans, they don't like you, Britt. Like, they don't like you. For one, you came to social media and you told us this big lie. And people are saying, wait a minute now. Kenya, you know, allegedly showed this girl doing whatever she do, because word on the street is that, you know, she yeah, that's what. And word on the street is also that her husband used to be, or her PIMP. Yes, that's what the streets is saying. But anywho, Kenya says, being the longest standing RHOA member threatened with whips and pum by a newcomer 3 weeks into filming. Seeing this obsession play out is scary. I wanted protection and assurances that the threats would be taken seriously. I may be wrong, but I'm not bulletproof. Again, I am not a Kenyamoore fan, but I gotta agree. I have to agree. Somebody making these, you know, she didn't say it, but you said it, girl. You knew exactly what you were doing, and it was too much. Even if y'all listen to what the ladies were saying, they was like, girl, you doing too much. Everybody thought that it was totally out of line. So this girl is an obsessed fan. She has to be, because there's no way you came on here with this amount of energy. You want Kenya to hug you. You feel like Kenya is not giving you attention. It's weird. It's very much weird. So I have to agree with everything that Kenya said with regards to, you know, she wanted the threats to be taken seriously, because at the end of the day, they're still on this show, right? They're still on this reality show. And like Kenya said, I'm not bulletproof. Like, I didn't come here to get, you know, whatever. I came on here to do this show, and all of this extra stuff is too much. But this is actually the bad part. Why couldn't she get an assurance that those things wouldn't happen? Ain't that crazy? Like, what kind of producers are, you know, is Bravo hiring? Because we're seeing Married to Medicine go to hell. And when had they start bringing fans on the show to actually be housewives? This lady is a fan. She is not fit to be on this show, because we want to see y'all drag each other by talking. We really don't want to see you fight. And we definitely don't want the people talking about they finna go get a pim. Now, I should have known it was something when Kandi Burruss said that, okay, I'm gonna stand by Kenya, because again, what Kenya did was wrong, but girl, you were really asking for it. But it seemed like, from what I can gather, is that Kenya was like, I mean, think about it. Britt was doing too much. Now, Kenya went too far, but Britt went too far too. So it's just like, I don't know what y'all thought about this episode, but let's watch the last few clips of it.
Husband, where you at, baby?
Can I put mine here? I don't think my car is here.
You know? Okay, well, you want to get in?
Yeah.
Okay, baby, I'm ready. I gotta let that bitch know. Don't play with me, bitch.
Now, this is allegedly her, used to be PIMP, okay? That's what the streets is saying. And it's giving very much that, because where he come from and why he looked like that. Furthermore, what is all of this for? And you can kind of sense that Kenya did feel afraid, because look, I'm getting in the car with y'all. Y'all not finna leave me. This girl she definitely had to be a fan, because this energy, I mean, we have yet to see what actually happened, but according to what she posted on social media, Kenya didn't embrace her or treat her right. Isn't that what they do on these shows?
Everything's fine. Everything's cool. Everything's good. Kenya, her little ditzy ass. Like, bitch, play that shit in front of the cameras. Don't play that with me. I don't play them games.
Black girl magic.
She don't play them games. But I would say maybe she should be off this show, because if being called a peasant is going to tip you to the part that you're talking about weapons and pows, girl, get off this show. Get off of this show, because again, I have saw Kenya on these reality shows, this one in particular, she will read you for filth. So the fact that she called you a peasant, that was light. Like, that was light shade. Y'all got to let me know what y'all think with regards to Real Housewives of Atlanta. We haven't talked about it much, but if you guys have had the opportunity to watch it and y'all know what I'm talking about, if not, you saw the clips, let me know in the